When we last left our heroes, they've just been discovered by I-Beam and Rivet of the deconstruction crew. Only Bloop knows of them, and only they all that they know of the incoming team is Bloop. Now we determine what happens and what Bloop has to decide. So to start this next round, we're going to start to declare, and we're going to start with Bloop.
Well, and she's gonna look. Well, not exactly. Look, she's just gonna kind of wriggle out there, making her armor roll about a little. And she wonders if herself and her armor is enough to stand up against the heated rivets and the I-beams of the two villains.
Which, of course, triggers a flashback. As the edges of the screen dim with speckled black, Bloop thinks back to months ago when she was being fitted. She stayed around in wearing guardsman armor, like the guardsmen of today, including Exhaust, who is currently unconscious, noting the heavy overlapping plates of dark gray and blue. And she was born there, born inside this armor. So it was easy for her to flow into it and shut down and get some rest. The answer to her question is complicated because the armor that she's currently wearing now is a different configuration that the guardsmen do not wear. Newer armor that might be issued to the guardsmen soon, or at least some of them. That was the talk back in the DSA laboratories where she's been kept during her time. And she remembers being on an armor stand in her circular glass cylinder, looking out upon the world and settling into. She's invisible again inside its pockets and recesses. So the answer to her question as she comes back to this upcoming combat is, this isn't her armor at all. It's just the imprint of the armor on the contours of her body. So she's not wearing guardsman armor at all. But no one else knows that yet. What's your action, Bloop?
Well, I guess for free actions, you gotta speak up behind her. So I'll be like, so Bloop, see the beam I am riveter thingy, and the steamy guy might be under rubble. I think that's what we're talking about. Also, they didn't answer which way is left and which way is right.
Okay. All right. That's +5 karma. Knock it down. That's +5. You got me.
So should I go ahead and add +5 karma?
That's going to be post-game. That'll
Okay.
be post-game. Yeah.
Gravitas, why don't you take the lead on this? We'll free the person from the car.
All right. My action is to move 2 squares.
Where to? Where are you going to go?
Dino.
Go?
No, straightforward. Yeah, straightforward.
Well,
2 squares.
Okay. Yeah, you can be in the same square as the car. You just can't be in the same square as another character.
But he can pass through the square of another character, right?
Yes, he can. Without it's an ally without penalty. Yes. Spectrum.
Spectrum's going to move to the car and try to free the person.
Okay. Are you sure you want to do this?
I don't see why not.
Because Bloop just said that there's a couple of bad guys around the corner.
Yeah, but that would be them breaking the code, and if they break the code, they know what happens.
That's true. Okay, I understand. Runale.
I'm going to get on the comms and see if I can contact She-Devil and request reinforcements to come pick up Exhaust and get him to safety.
Okay. And did I ask for something from Bloop?
Should Bloop get up to hop and take their attacks?
Hi, keep them
Just
distracted. At least
Keep
long enough for the civilian to be rescued and for rescue party to come.
There are
Yes.
two of them.
Huh?
There are two of
Don't
them.
fight them. You just need to distract them. Okay?
Right.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'm gonna give
You're
Bloop
gonna
a
go
thumbs
around the
up.
corner? All right. You're going to go around the corner. Roll initiative. And now I get to roll their initiatives as well.
With a +1.
With a +1. That is correct.
Yep.
Come on now. Why are you not
Well,
active?
Bloop's going last.
Oh, no.
And me and Gravitas have to roll again.
Oh, that's why. I don't have the pointer because I'm stupid. Okay, so I beam with a +1. Yeah. I beam gets a 2. Nope. A 1 is a 1 is a 1. There is a critical failure in the initiative, so he's stuck at 1.
So I
Well,
guess
look
me and him roll off to see who's faster at being the slowest.
Right, that's going to happen. Meanwhile, Rivet gets a +3 +1.
+3 +1. Oh shit!
Yeah, he has +3 initiative. He gets a 6.
All right, and I got a 3 for the roll off.
Okay, and the roll off will be with him. Does he suck even worse? No, you're dead last.
Dead
Okay.
last.
Dead last. Okay, so top of the round, starting with, because I didn't see all your initiative rolls. 9.
Well,
8.
hold on. The Rivet guy would be tied with Gravitas and Relay, so he'd need to roll again to see where he falls in that on the 6.
All right. All right, let's sort it out.
Well, you have to roll. They've already rolled it out.
Sure. All right.
So far, I'm at least leading with me and Gravitas.
You got another 6.
So it would go
So it'd
Relay, him, Gravitas.
Runa, Rivet, Gravitas. Starting from the top. 10, 9, 8, 7.
7's me.
7? Okay.
All right, I'm gonna get on the comms and She-Devil, come in, She-Devil.
This is She-Devil here. What's happening out there? Is Exhaust okay?
He's been shot. I have a glyph over him protecting him, but I can't get a good read on his vitals. Get a rescue party formed or reinforcements to escort him back. He needs medical attention stat.
Okay. DSA agents are inbound. DSA agents are inbound. It's only Epsilon, so she's gonna be in a. Can you engage now?
We're engaging now to keep them distracted.
Okay.
We'll do what we can.
Epsilon will be here to back you up. She's gonna be inbound in 60 seconds.
10
Roger.
rounds.
And as a free action before I end, Runale will direct that to the rest of the group. A rescue for Exhaust is inbound. It'll take 60 seconds to get here. We need to distract them in the meantime.
Received.
Okay.
6. Rivet, no.
No.
No, incorrect.
No,
Incorrect.
you're right. It should be.
Runaway.
No, that,
Runaway.
yeah, that should be.
Yeah.
Because I would have bumped up to 7 by winning the roll off. Then it'd be Rivet at 6, and I think Gravitas at 5.
Mhm.
Yes.
That is correct.
That is correct. So Rivet moves now. He says, "Hey, I-Beam, get down! I need to start shooting these people." And I-Beam immediately says, "No, wait. We have to make sure that we're not breaking the code. They're cadets. Look at them. They've got the jumpsuit. They need to eat it just like anybody else." And he says, "You already broke the code by shooting a guardsman. Can you be sure?" "Yeah, that one that just peeked around the corner sure doesn't have any guardsman armor I've seen." And Rivet opens fire.
On
Alrighty.
what?
Oh boy. Here we go.
And he's going to open fire with an agility of good on Bloop, but he's -1 column shift because you're around the corner and you have cover.
So he
I was
would be
about to
rolling on
say.
typical.
So his it's going to drop to, yes, it will drop to typical. All right, here we go. Yeah, I need to get that away. That.
That is a miss on the typical.
That is correct.
Yep.
But he's going to use a grand total of 3 karma out of his significant amount to make that a green and hit you anyway.
Gosh.
Okay.
Quite makes
So-
sense, but
I guess the question now is, what is the type of attack?
It is actually shooting. Therefore, your D1 takes effect.
P2.
And that is
bo-
P2.
that's
and
what
it
I have written down next to body resistance.
That's right.
And
And what are
it's-
the types of resistances that you have
Yeah.
on that body armor?
Yeah, this does not apply to edged attacks or energy.
Which means it does affect shooting attacks at full strength.
So
Full strength.
26 is the value.
So here's what happens. These tracer beams lance across the parking lot, and you hear them coming toward you. One of them hits you, impacts your armor, and everybody that's surrounding Bloop, here's what you see. The black, the very dark blue of black kind of sinks into her like this sucking hole. And then moments later, it springs back out, ejecting this steaming rivet onto the ground.
Ding, 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 ding.
Bloop is completely unharmed.
Bloop's got this.
they don't like you, Bloop. How rude of them.
Gravitas,
Yeah.
you're up.
Many people like the Bloops.
And now you see these two for the first time.
They also technically just shot at you too, so
No, they only shot at Bloop. Rivet only shot at Bloop.
well, yes, but you saw them shooting in your general direction.
So what's your action, Gravitas?
Is Gravitas muted?
Are you muted,
My
sir?
action is to move. I cannot do anything. I move 2 squares.
You can do other things.
I thought you can only move one square if you did other things.
Okay, let me explain this again. Your movement is what it is. You can do another action, but it halves your movement. So yeah, the 2 squares would have prevented that. Otherwise, you would have been able to move only
Yeah,
one.
I moved 2 squares. I can't do anything.
That's correct. That is correct. That is correct. Thank you. Okay, so you're there, but you do notice these 2 guys now. You notice, you can see them, and here's the other thing that you don't need to make an intuition for. The tubes on them are writhing of their own accord, as if they were living things.
Okay.
So we move down from 6, 5, 4,
Oh,
3,
I'm 3.
3. Spectrum.
I'm gonna hold action because I don't think there's anything I could do because I would have to move into the square that Gravitas is in to mess with the car, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, so I'm
However,
gonna hold.
you can shoot into that square. Unfortunately, he's there and he's in the way, and it will be hard to do your action. You'll take a minus column shift because you're firing into an allied square.
No, I'd rather be up close and personal. I think I was gonna move anyway. I was gonna move to the car, but I can change my move into a full move, right?
Well, you decided to move and move towards the car. Yeah, I'll grant you
Well,
that, sure.
I'm thinking about moving right there.
Yeah, that would put you adjacent. Sure, I'll accept that. That's fine.
Okay. It would give me cover. It would allow me to see these guys.
Oh yeah, now you
And
see them.
yeah. That's good for me.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this means I-Beam takes his turn. I-Beam says, "Oh crap! Now we got to figure out what's going on here, and we can't stay here." He moves just a little bit to get a better view of things. He says, "She's staying around the corner. She can't be that strong." This is Rivet talking, and I-Beam says, "I've got her. There's more of them coming around though." So he takes a shot at the one non-jumpsuited being that's in his range. So he's going to shoot at you, Bloop.
Yeah, this one might hurt.
Yeah.
Because he is
he's going to
specifically
use-
energy, I believe.
Yeah, but he's
He's
still
going-
you still have cover around that corner.
He's going to use light emission, which is an energy attack. And his agility would be on the excellent column. You still have cover, which is going to reduce that to good. So on the good column, with an energy attack.
So he at
Okay,
least needs
Bloop.
a 46.
Well, he's going to spend that karma to make it a 46. And he's going to hit you. The green beams come out of his eye right through the very corner of the building. It shatters some masonry, dust into the air. These green beams go straight through you. This is something that you've felt only briefly before in testing, and it stung then. This is genuine pain.
So how much damage?
Okay. And suddenly, something strange happens. Because your body armor is not effective against energy at all. So you will take 20 points of damage.
Ouch.
Of course, everyone close by does see this happen. And that ends the round. So we're back at the top of the round again.
Well, Bloop has to go.
It's Bloop.
That's right, Bloop.
Yeah,
That's right, Bloop.
Bloop
You
is
go
dead
last.
last.
What you gonna do?
Bloop was gonna get up around the corner,
Okay.
which I
You
believe
can.
you said it was difficult terrain.
Yeah, but these squares, not these squares. These two vertical squares are still open move.
Okay, so
You could move to this one if you wanted to.
yeah, I'll move to this one since they're
Okay.
working down on that one.
Right.
And she'll just enter herself up on the rubble or whatever, and she'll point a tendril at the two. And after a second of silence, she'll finally speak up. Stop villains.
Okay. Stop villains. All right.
And then
Third villain.
she
you
will
can
she will turn her
choose-
head around to look down at Spectrum and be like, "Did Bloop say that right?"
I'm gonna give Bloop a thumbs up.
The third villain appears that you can see around the corner. You can just barely see him. And he stands up and he says, "Oh, is that who you're talking about?"
Do you know left from right?
"No, but I know that you're going to be dead."
Nobody will tell Bloop which left is which Bloop is right.
Top of the round.
Well, let's see here.
I was tempted to give you a glyph of sanctuary, Bloop, but that does not actually defend against energy attacks. So I
There
think
is a
I
guy
may.
firing rivets at Bloop, though.
Well, the rivets didn't do anything to
Yeah.
Bloop.
Bloop can take on the rivets. I think
But I'm
Bloop
actually
will
gonna
take
do
on a dodging stance.
Okay, you will attempt to dodge. Okay, this will apply against every single ranged attack done to you. It doesn't stack, it doesn't deplete.
Would that also count for if I was to try to use the healing glyph on her?
Unfortunately, yes.
I need to know what Gravitas is up to with the car.
What
I'm
are you
gonna
up to?
that
move
with that?
square.
forward one and gravity crush this guy.
Okay, when you move,
Okay,
I'm
all right.
gonna move to your square and work on the civilian.
And you gotta hope the initiative works out that way, but yeah.
It's time to declare. Bloop. You're going to go with full dodge?
And I think for now yes, because she's just up there as a distraction at the moment.
Okay.
So she's just gonna be the target and be ready to dodge attacks that come her way,
All
mainly
right.
from I-beam.
Okay. You've got it. Gravitas.
I'm gonna move forward one and gravity crush this guy, the green guy.
I-beam. Okay.
Yeah.
Spectrum.
When Gravitas moves, I'm gonna move to his square and try to free the civilian. Can I do an either or is it just one action?
You can move and act, but
No.
if you
I'm
move,
saying
you're-
if it doesn't work out in initiative with Gravitas, then I waste the turn.
no, you can always change your action with a yellow agility.
Okay.
Got to think a little tactically here.
Okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, then I'm gonna continue with what I'm doing. I'm gonna trust initiative. And then if I have to, I'll make it up on the fly.
Runelay.
Since Bloop is preparing to dodge, actually what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take flight and I'm gonna start getting close enough, though I might actually be able to reach him with just one movement. I want to try to trap Hammerjack Red in my warding glyph.
Well, you can't see him from here. You can't see him yet. You're blocked by the corner.
She
You
heard
don't
him.
have line of sight.
I don't know. Runelay is. Runelay should have a line of sight on him.
I mean, if you move to the right square.
I mean,
She knows he's
Well-
there. She heard him.
Yeah, but
If
you
I-
didn't see him. Only Bloop can see him so far. The third guy.
If I fly to the right position and get him in my line of sight, can I then still on the same turn try to trap him?
Yeah, you can move and perform another action, but your movement is halved. So you can only accelerate to, next turn, 1 area per round of speed. You won't be
Is
able
it-
to do it from this round. There's no square that you can move to where you see him. There's no single
that-
square where you'll see. Well, no, look from the north. Look from this square. You
This
see him
one
from
here?
this square. Yeah. No, the one south of it.
Okay.
this one?
Yeah. Nope.
Well,
Blocked.
if that's the case, wouldn't I be able to see him?
Nope. Blocked.
Oh.
Only Bloop can see him right now. Only Bloop
Yeah,
knows that
that
he's even
corner.
there. Only Bloop knows that he's even there. Choose carefully.
No, we all heard him.
You heard him, but you don't know where. You know the general direction, but not his exact position. So you can't really
Well,
target him.
I damn sure can see all of this, so I know he's somewhere in there.
Yeah. He's in that area. Yeah, because you.
Matter of
Otherwise,
fact, Matter of
otherwise
fact,
he's
we're gonna do
invisible.
this. He's around the corner.
There you go. There you go. Because Spectrum can see that.
Now you all know. That's how we
At least
bypass our DM right there.
And that's
There you
enough
go.
information for me to aim the ward?
Yeah, that helps you. That now knows, and you have a line of sight on that too. You can see straight down the building here.
Yes.
So you have the same as me.
Yep.
You know he's somewhere right here.
He has
So-
to be by process of elimination.
So yeah, I'm gonna fly.
But you're not able to target him from where you currently are. You're going to have to get some more speed in order to see him.
Yeah.
And to set him up.
Yeah. Even if you increase speed to your
Yeah.
4,
You still won't be able to see him.
you're 2 turns away, but you can start your turn now.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Yeah. Okay. We've declared. Roll initiative.
God damn it.
No.
You roll another one.
Oh
No.
my
No. Oh, man. The dice have turned against you.
1919.
All right.
Right.
Time to roll off.
Well,
Bloop's
and
going
let me get
last.
some general rolls in here. Because I got to do 3 of them now.
Okay.
And you're going to
I
roll
closed-
again for the
Yeah, I closed my
tiebreaker.
sheet. Give me a moment. Boom.
You fool.
Okay, so I win the roll off between me and
Yes, I dropped to 8.
Spectrum, and then
Yeah.
Gravitas won
So-
between Bloop.
So now you know that Gravitas won't move before the start of your
Yeah.
turn, which means it's time to roll for an agility feat to change your action.
I-beam gets 6. Wow. Rivet gets a 13.
Rivet goes first. So it should be this.
Hammerjack Red also gets an initiative this turn. He gets a 4.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
He'll be it'll be
4.
I-beam and then Hammerjack.
So
Hammerjack Red.
Uh,
Rivet
yeah,
takes his action.
Well,
And
well, I was
he
gonna
starts
say-
moving.
I was
Okay.
going to say because Spectrum's initial plan won't work out now.
Yeah. Anybody want to change their action? Now's the time.
I'm just gonna wait because I'm
Nope.
going for the civilian.
Okay, you're going to wait for your turn? Got it.
Mhm.
We start with a 13. Rivet. Rivet takes his move. He steps forward a little bit to the edge of the rubble area, and he notices, hey, are you sure? These guys look like supers. There's that glowing field over there. And I-Beam says, shut up. Take down one target at a time. Standard plan. We need to give Hammer time. Rivet
Time for what?
decides to keep shooting Bloop. And the only way he can damage you with that shot is if he rolls a double odd. No, he does not. And so the same thing happens. The rivet manages to enter your body, tunnel its way in for a few inches, and then
I imagine with it as he gets Bloop in the head, but Bloop's head just kind of indents, and then pops the rivet back out.
and Rivet turns to I-Beam and says, she's got some kind of body armor. The super's got some kind of body armor. And I-Beam says, I'll take care of it. Down from 13, 12, 11, 10, 9,
Me.
8. Right. Runelay.
From behind the car and behind everyone else, it's time once again. The zippers open as my black, purple-tipped raven wings extend, the glyph appearing on my back, and I'm going to move there while also kind of moving upward into the sky.
Yep. See if you can see Hammerjack Red from here. Might be able to.
Yep.
Yes, you can.
I can.
Just barely.
Which means, and that is within 20 squares, so that is within my range.
So next turn you'll be able to do that.
Next turn, yep, I'm going to try to trap him.
Okay. So we are at, what's your initiative? 9?
Mine was 9, so we are
9,
8.
8, 7.
Gravitas.
A spectrum.
Oh yeah, Spectrum. My bad. Oh yeah,
Spectrum,
Spectrum
you're up.
waits. I forgot.
Well, you're waiting until now. It's now.
I'm waiting. I'm holding until Gravitas moves. I'm going for the civilian. I'm gonna let them handle the
You have to
villains.
wait till next round.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait around.
Okay.
Okay. Down from 7, 6. And that's I-Beam. I'll take care of it. And he attempts to shoot Bloop again.
Now, question on the dodge.
Yes.
Does that only start taking effect on my turn?
Nope. It takes effect from the beginning of the round. You've
Okay.
declared that you're dodging the entire round. So this
Yep.
counts for all of the round. So he will take a -1 column shift to his agility while he's trying to attack you. And it was excellent. Now it's dropped to good. He hits you anyway.
Damn.
And that does 20 more points of damage to you.
I'm down to 15.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe trapping Hammerjack isn't my best play the next round, because Bloop's going to need my healing glyph bad.
Yeah, Bloop's looking significantly smaller.
Yeah. And there's hissing coming from her front and back where the twin wounds of I-Beam have taken place.
Hot. Bubbly. Not good bubbles.
So from 6, 5, 4, Hammerjack Red, if no one else, Hammerjack Red is going to take his action. Meanwhile, from where, and you're the only one who can see him right now, Runelay, you know he's hunched over and he's doing something. and he's muttering, "Come on, come on!" He's not turning, he's not moving, he's not attacking. He's doing something at the side of this building, and you don't know what it is yet. 3, 2,
It's
1.
me. I will
Gravitas.
move forward and gravity crush green dude. I'll say, feel the power of gravity. Arm extended and try to blast him. This
Okay.
remarkable chart. 81.
Ooh.
Oh.
On which column? Give me a color.
Remarkable. I believe I used my psych for it, so remarkable.
Yeah.
That would be
Right.
yellow.
Uh-oh. Well, on a force column, that's a bullseye.
I didn't
So
call
that's a
bullseye.
good hit. That's yeah. If you would have, yeah. Just to let you know. So this is not good for him because now this is an opposed roll on his endurance. Does he have any? What's your intensity, buddy? For the gravity crush.
Remarkable.
Oh, his endurance is typical. This is bad.
Oh,
Bad.
yeah, fuck him up.
You beat his endurance for sure, and he cannot resist this. So he is now pinned in place, and I believe he's prone, right?
No, it's not the gravity grapple, it's gravity crush. It just deals
Oh,
damage.
so you're doing damage to him.
Yeah.
You're doing damage to him. Yeah. Hang on. Does he have any protection? Let me open up his character sheet again. Does he have any no. He's gonna take full damage here. He's gonna take full
Hell
damage
yeah.
here. What's that damage?
26?
26? I don't know whether you can read. Can you see their health bars?
No.
No? Okay. Then what happens is that when Gravitas extends his arm, those who can see, and those who are looking in that direction, which is definitely Runaway and definitely Bloop at least. I don't know whether you are, Spectrum. But what happens is that his shoulder pads compact onto him, and a crack forms in the side of his helmet as his helmet almost crumples. And I-Beam yells out, "Oh, he's crushing me! He's crushing me!"
Surrender,
You heard him
villain.
bad. So we're
Alright, now
down
it's
to
Bloop's
3,
turn.
2, 1.
Yeah, Bloop was just dodging.
Okay. No other attacks come your way. Top of the round. Make some plans.
I'm going to gravity crush him again.
I'm
if
giving
it works,
Bloop
you
a
want to
healing.
keep doing it.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way: you picked the right target.
And actually, if I give a healing glyph to Bloop while I'm like right next to her, could I potentially avoid making the agility roll and just transfer it by touch?
Ooh, that would count as not an aimed attack. So this would be something else. We're going to call that, and we're going to call that grappling. So you have a choice. You can touch her, or try to touch her using a grappling attack, which would be on the strength column, or you can aim at her using the agility column.
If it's going to be based on strength for touch, throwing would still be the best. That's one of my poor stats.
There you go. All right. So we're gonna do it standard.
So I'm going to get myself into a better position where I can still see Hammerjack and throw a healing glyph at Bloop.
Something else for movement, folks. Movement always occurs first. If you're moving and doing an action, movement always occurs first. So you're going to have to tell me whether you're going to accelerate, which affects your movement squares, and the attack, which is technically an attack on Bloop. Okay.
I am not going to accelerate. I'm going to stay at 2.
Okay. Got you. Anybody else thinking about anything? Because if not,
Yes.
we're going to roll initiative. Spectrum, talk to me.
Yes, I'm going to move to the car. I'm going to tell the guy to cover his head, and I'm going to cut the window and pull him out.
Okay, well, you can cut the window this round, but grabbing him is going to be next round.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, we got you. The best thing to do is probably to move south so that you're
Yes,
in
I'm going to
that
move.
square.
I'm going to move
Yeah, yeah.
first into that square, and then I'm going to
Yeah.
cut the window. But I'm also telling
Okay.
him to cover his face.
Bloop, what are you doing? You're the only one not to declare. 6 seconds. 6,
Well,
5, 4, 3.
Bloop is going to start approaching.
Okay, so you're just
Yeah,
going to move.
because Gravitas has the threat to Bloop under control.
Okay.
So Bloop will start to approach to take on Rivet.
Okay. So you can start
Yeah,
closing distance. This is what
and
Frick do.
and trusting it in Runelay to make her grow some slime back.
Okay. All right, we've declared. It's initiative time once again. You guys roll and I'll roll and see who fits where.
Let's see if I roll another one. Oh, I go first.
Oh, if I'm preparing a healing spell, I suppose it's good that I'm going last.
Well, only if I-beam doesn't get another shot off on me.
I-beam
Which
got a
it looks
5.
like he may get another shot off on me.
Yeah, that's not great.
Rivet gets a 9.
The Spectrum.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was watching, but I wasn't. I was like in La La Land. Just
Hammerjack Red gets an 8. That's what we're looking at. That's the structure of the round.
I have to duke it out with your Hammerjack Red.
Hammerjack Red is rolling again. Beat a 7? No. Hammerjack got it with the 8.7. We're
Okay,
in
so
it.
I go after Hammerjack.
Top of the round. Does anybody have anything over 10? If not, we're going to go 10. 9.
Yeah, that's Bloop. So
Bloop.
I guess she can only move forward 1 because of difficult terrain.
Unless you move diagonally. These squares are clean. On this rank. Horizontally, those are all clean. No penalty.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you can move 2 then.
There we go.
Yes. Okay. Anything you're saying to them as you're starting to? If not, Rivet says something.
Yep. It's
I
time to
can't
surrender now, villains.
I can't hit her. I can't hit her. You're gonna have to take her down. And meanwhile, I-beam says, well, get that other guy off me. And Rivet says, yeah. I got him. So we're down from, what was yours, Bloop?
10.
10. 9. And 9 is Rivet. Rivet says, yeah, that's a good idea. Switch targets. And now he shoots at Gravitas.
Oh no.
Dun dun dun.
Ooh.
Oof.
Jeez.
It hits.
Yep, it sure
These
does.
guys are rolling high.
And that will hit with kinetic bolt of 20 points of force damage, sir.
Okay.
Any defenses? Because if not, you'll take 20.
Nope.
Okay. Coming down from 9, 8. 8.7 is Hammerjack Red. And Hammerjack Red says, yeah, you should be okay. You should be able to get yourself free now. I'm going to join the fight. And he takes a move, steps around the corner and goes, oh, crap. Rookies. And that's his move. So he's done. The other 8. Spectrum.
Spectrum is gonna move. Okay, I am in the square. What do I need to do here?
What you need to do is to use a simple attack, and you're going to get hell, I'm going to give you +2 column shifts here as you yell at the guy to protect himself that you're going to blast your way through the windshield, and he does. So you're going to get a +2 column shifts on this attack. That's a spot ruling by me.
Okay, you're not gonna like that.
All you need is a green.
Okay, so I roll a D100.
Yes.
Okay. And it's slash roll here, right?
Yes. /R. You slash here.
That? Right?
Is it enough?
Floating one. Hang on. You said I get a +2 column shift, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, that's a green. That would make it monstrous.
Right. So you can go ahead and call your shot on this one. You're going to cut this windshield wide open.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut the windshield. I'm gonna do like the edges of the windshield. I'm gonna go to the edges of the windshield, and with my light, I'm cutting them with like 2 fingers, and I'm just slicing the window.
Nice.
Get out of there!
Doing it by touch. He's still struggling to get off his seatbelt. Apparently, that's another reason why he couldn't get out, because the seatbelt is still on him.
Then can I reach in and cut the seatbelt, or is that another round?
That might be another round.
Okay.
But he says instantly, once the windshield is open, he says, no, don't save me. 2 cars behind me. There's a mother and child in there, buried.
I'm still okay. Then what I want to do is I still want to reach and cut his seatbelt and then go to the car behind him.
That will be next round. You'll take up a round doing this.
That's fine.
Okay. Down from 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
That's
3.
me.
All right, Gravitas.
Okay. Actually, Rivet was before me, wasn't he? Or not Rivet? I-beam. He was at 5.
Yeah, you have I-beam and
That's right,
red.
he's at 5. That's right, he is at 5. He is at 5. And Rivet realizes that he can take out Bloop right now. And that's what he's going to do right now.
Come on, roll low.
Roll low.
Yeah, but it's
Yes.
He misses you with a 14.
I-beam. It's down
I-beam.
red. You're out. Your red guy's
Does
turn
he have
now.
enough armor to spend to hit you?
No,
He chooses
the
not to.
red guy went before you. Spectrum.
Yeah. So now we're down to 4, 3.
That's me. I will
Gravitas.
gravity
Yep.
crush I-beam.
Okay. Make your psyche adjusted attack roll. It's a psyche generated force bolt. Here we go.
41, remarkable. That is a hit.
That's green.
That
That's
is
a
a
green.
hit. That is a hit.
So he takes
And that
26 damage.
And he calls out to his teammates, he's crushing me again. I can't take it. Yay! And he slumps to the ground. He is unconscious. He is out.
Yay!
Good job, Gravitas.
We
Yeah.
did it.
Now it's more
We
dangerous.
made a villain surrender. Right?
Zero. He is out. And how long is he out? I'm going to roll a d10 off screen. Oh!
It's either a
Is he
1 or a
out?
10.
No, he is out for 10 rounds. Oh, man, did you get him good.
Damn.
You got him good. He's
Him
down
good,
and
Tom.
out and probably out of the fight.
He'll be out before what's his name gets picked up.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably. He'll be out until after that.
Yeah, because you have about 8 more rounds, and then that person gets picked up. So
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm ready for
Okay.
next round, by the way.
Anybody
it's,
else in this one? I don't think there is.
And then
It's Runeley's
I
heal.
was on 2 to
Oh.
heal
Yeah.
Bloop.
Runelay.
That's right. We're at the
Runelay.
bottom.
Forgot about you.
She's gonna
Runelay.
fly here, and
Now, obviously,
Before
with your flight, you cannot hover. You must keep moving.
Yep.
If it's flight. Now, if it's the disc can hover.
Yeah, you
for now
would,
it's
though.
the wings. So, and
Yeah,
before
on the
she
wing.
summons a glyph to heal Bloop, she's gonna look at the other two. Hey, Baka's dirtying the streets with violence and blood. You will not shed any more, not today. Then she begins to draw the glyph of serenity, which she will toss to Bloop. And
Okay.
that is
Make your
agility
agility
remarkable.
attack. Yep. Gotta land it.
That's a green.
67.
Oh,
There you go.
67 on
And now-
remarkable is a green.
no.
and
On
else.
remarkable, that is a yellow.
Is it a yellow?
Yes, but it doesn't give any added benefits for races.
Oh, that is a yellow.
Yeah.
But
It
still,
gives the
green.
added benefit that you did it so well.
Right.
You get to-
Always give me the color. Always give me the color, because that's gonna, whatever you attack on the top of the combat table, that color plugs into that.
the glyphs
And oh, by
around.
the way, Runelay, you see the final member of the deconstruction crew, and he's
Oh.
just now climbing his rather large body out of the rubble. You also,
Okay.
and so he's getting ready to join the combat. You also see right here behind him, because you're able to see it, hanging on the edge of this sheared away wall where he's climbing up out of the rubble, is the case. It's on the second floor. You can see it from here.
Okay, that's worth noting.
So Bloop heals.
And it's, yes.
So Bloop heals
And Bloop heals how
26.
much? He heals 26. Congratulations, you get 26 hit points back.
Oh, at 41. Yay!
Right.
You can even feel you can feel a sort of calming presence around you as the glyph encloses around your Uzi form.
Top of the round.
Feels like a Grupico.
Okay, I'm gonna move back. And I'm gonna say with my free action, Rula, heal me, and I'm gonna move to here on my turn.
Okay. All right. That's the plan.
Oh.
Spectrum.
I'm cutting the seatbelt and moving 2 cars behind me.
Okay. Bloop.
Oh. Let's see here. Question about a charge.
Yes.
Is it additional movement after moving?
Here's how charge works. You must move one area to start the charge. Each area that you move through gives you a +1 column shift to hit, up to a maximum of 3. Up to a maximum of 3 column shifts. When you hit, you can choose either your endurance as the base damage or your body armor plus 2 times the area speed when you hit it. You may choose to lower the color result by using karma. That's how charging works. But it
So
doesn't give you extra speed.
So 2 turns.
okay, so I wouldn't be able to go right there and then
No.
charge at Rivet.
No.
But what you can do is you can move your 2, you can gain your momentum there, and next turn when you move again, you'll gain more momentum when you hit them.
Yeah, it'll be that 2 areas, yes.
Yes, so when your charge does land, you'll hit hard, real hard.
Well, it depends on what you want to do. It depends on whether you body armor plus some extra. This matters when you're dealing with, making sure that someone is not knocked out. Put that in your back pocket for later.
They're shooting people and civilians. I think you can go ahead and knock them out, Bloop.
Yeah. Well,
They have
Ribbit
not shot
hasn't been
anyone.
touched yet, so
They shot a guardsman.
Yeah.
That's against the
Yeah.
code.
Mhm.
You don't shoot at the guardsmen. They're just doing their jobs. But
So,
they can
yeah.
certainly shoot at you.
Bloop will go ahead and start a charge.
Yeah, you can charge 2 spaces in any square you want.
Yeah, I will have her charge up 2 squares.
Okay. Runaway.
Yeah, I'm gonna send a Glyph of Serenity Gravitas's way. He needs it.
Okay. If that is the case, we've got some rolls to make. And oh, by the way, Runaway, you can see, again, you and only you, because Luke doesn't have the angle, you can see the 4th member. And he's using his rather large
I will.
fist to pull himself
Excuse me.
out of the way. Roll
Boom. Damn it.
Whoops.
Wait, how'd you get by me?
Well, that went well, huh? All that help and then crap. I-beam's down, so I'm not rolling for him. Let's see how quick Ribbit is.
Ridley was trying to buy a higher initiative.
Yeah.
I can't even roll that high on my regular initiative.
And he's got an 8. And now Steamroller. Do you have any bonuses, sir? Yeah, he does. He has a 1. And now Steamroller's in the fight. But he only gets a 3. And
Okay, so me and him have to roll off then?
Yes.
it's going to be faster. It's going to be faster if I roll it off screen. And the winner is going to be Hammerjack Red. Hammerjack Red's going to go before Ribbit.
Well, I meant me and whoever got the 3.
Whoever got the 3, that is Steamroller.
Yeah.
So
Well,
he's got to beat
I rolled a 9 for a tiebreaker.
Only way he's going to do that is he gets 10. No, he does not. You go before him.
Yay! So he gets to be at a 2.
Yeah, basically. All right, top of the round. Who's got the top?
Belongs to me.
Yeah, Spectrum.
Well, I'm going to cut the seatbelt. Do I need to roll an attack for that one as well?
Well, the seatbelt is directly draped over him, as a seatbelt typically is. So
Yeah, but it's got to be mounted to the car in the corner. You're talking to a car
which is
guy,
a
you're going to
better
lose
idea.
this.
Go ahead. Go ahead. +2 column shifts. Make your attack on the seatbelt.
Okay, you're not going to like the +2 column shift, but sure, I'll take it. Let's do
Roll
another
a
monstrous attack.
Roll a 1.
0,
Don't
1.
roll one.
Kill a
You
civilian.
need to
Well,
save a civilian.
no,
Did it-
don't do
Oh. It didn't do it because I did the other thing. Hang on.
Yeah, you did the other thing. Good thing you got karma on your side.
82.
Yeah,
That's a
and-
that is a
That's
yellow.
a yellow.
Dark yellow,
Nice.
but it's yellow.
Yeah, it's a deep yellow. Nice. So the gentleman who you just saved starts to climb out of the vehicle of his own free will, and he's looking at you and he says, "I'll go save them." As he starts to move away from you toward the other car, while you're in full superhero combat. He's obviously a medical physician of some kind, and he's going to go to try to save those people.
I'm going with you.
All right.
Wait.
Huh?
It's good that I've got a hero to help. They might be running out of air.
There is exhaust laying on the ground right there.
That's also true, and the doctor is completely ignoring that.
I'm going to move my 2 to that car, and that's my turn.
Hang on. I have to do a clock here. That's right. There is a
Oh,
clock.
you're putting it there.
There is a clock.
Okay.
I'll put it here too. I don't care.
Yes. Because I'm in here.
Yeah, we'll put it there. We'll put it there. Makes the most sense. So from the top of the round, from Spectrum,
We were at 10.
10, 9,
That's me.
Gravitas, you're in
I'm gonna
trouble.
move- I'm gonna move. I down here. Enter.
Okay, gotcha. This brings up 8 and Hammerjack Red. Hammerjack Red decides to move up this way to that point, and he says, they took out I-Beam. We're in real trouble. We don't have any leader anymore. And Rivet says, just keep shooting. There's only one super and a bunch of cadet rookies. We can take them all down. And Hammerjack Red says, I'm violent as hell, but I'm not a big fan of taking down those cadet rookies. We need to leave them alone. And Rivet says, you don't understand. If we don't get those canisters out of here, High Steel will never come back to the team. Steamroller, can you knock that thing down from there? He says, yeah, I've got it.
Hey, we're supposed to grab that.
Stop them,
Wait,
Bloop. Stop them.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to grab it from them because keep it out of their hands.
I have line of
Look,
sight
take
on the
down
one
Rivet.
who's doing it. I have line of sight on this steamroller. Once I get Gravitas topped up, I can stop him.
Yeah. And I will keep the other two occupied and I'll keep them busy.
But Hammerjack Red's turn isn't over. He's used half of his movement because he's taking an action, because he's shooting his vibration piston pistols, both of them aiming them into the sky toward Runelay.
How dare.
Oh no.
Oh yeah!
Great minds think alike.
And he has an agility of 4. I need to roll D100. There we go. That's not correct.
That's an E1000. What are you trying to pull?
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's bad.
Ow. Owie.
That's an 88. That's an 88 on an energy attack. That is a bullseye on that. Do you have any energy?
Nope.
Okay, this is gonna hurt. Let me look at the intensity of the power, and that is a 30. You will take 30 points of energy damage.
Ow.
I picture you like kind of like doing like a barrel roll in the sky when you take the hit.
Yeah, that's squirmy. That's gonna hurt.
She just buckles over in the air, her wings nearly failing her, but she manages to catch herself while still clearly
Well, Rivet
very
has
disoriented.
lost his mind. Rivet has lost his mind, and he's trying to pick out targets. He doesn't care whether the targets happen to be supers or not, or cadets or whatever else. So he's going to level his Rivet guns, knowing full well that he can't hit Bloop, watching Runelay take a hit. So he's going to aim at Spectrum.
Hold on a second. He was shooting at me, and he probably targeted me before I moved, so he probably lost his turn, right?
Wait a minute. You're right. You're right. But
Good
can
catch.
he even see you? Let me find out.
No,
Also, I
that's
have cover with the car.
Yeah, you got cover. He's got cover with the corner of the building, not the car, probably. Yeah.
Gravitas has cover with the corner of the building. I have cover with the car.
Right. So he is aiming at Gravitas. So here we go.
He can't see me.
No, he can't. Well, he can see the corner of you.
Also, the corner of the building here is damaged. He announced that earlier. The building
Well, that
from
doesn't
this
matter.
point,
It still provides you cover, and it drops
Yes.
him by -1 column shift because you have cover. So this could hurt.
and he has superheated rivets that can fire through the concrete. So
Yeah. Why am I? Oh, that's why. That's why I'm on the wrong tool. Okay. All right. Be
that's
careful
how
what
he
you wish
got
for.
Bloop earlier
Get
too.
it.
He couldn't see Bloop. He was just blind firing.
And his agility is reduced from good to typical. So this is a roll on the typical column. And what does he get?
A miss.
He misses you on the typical column. A rare miss. But you can hear those rivets flying by you. Which brings up.
I picture him kind of hitting the wall. You can hear him hitting that concrete.
Well, he's shooting on this side, so yeah. 7, 6, 5,
That's me.
4. All right, Runelay.
Real quick, she'll take a moment to like grab at her wounds.
Well, first you move. You do move.
I'll decelerate and go there. So I
Okay.
still have gravitas insight.
Yep. And you do.
Yoi janai this. As she sits there floating in the air holding her wounds. But then she'll get a hold of herself and toss a rune over at gravitas to heal him.
Gotta hit him.
73, and that is on the remarkable a yellow.
Outstanding. You do. There you go.
So
26
Gravitas
health
gets
to Gravitas.
Gravitas is back to full, I believe now.
Absolutely. Gravitas is going to need the heals. And that settles for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
That's me.
And that's hey, Bloop. Yeah.
Yeah, Bloop is starting up her charge. Moving forward 2.
Oh, this is Ame 2.0, I can tell. All right. All right. We're getting in there.
I thought you
All
already
right.
started your charge last turn.
No.
No, that was Declare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was her actual turn.
Declaring and doing is different things. We're at the bottom of the except for Steamroller, who's doing something that you cannot make out because Bloop, you're focused on enemies right now, and you just chucked a heal, so you don't know what he's doing.
I can't see him either. By 1 square.
That's
That little bastard.
The only thing that you know is you hear the grind of his metal rollers, and then you hear a thump. Top of the round.
I'm gonna move back into to 1 and gravity crush Blue.
No, we're gonna take him down one at a time. Okay.
Yeah, and Bloop is gonna charge Rivet.
Okay. Yeah. Let me move. Well, yeah. You'll be able to. Yeah. That's an unopposed square. You can do that. Yes.
I'm gonna.
Run away.
I'm going to turn my attention back to Steamroller after hearing that noise, and I am going to now try to trap him within the Glyph of Sanctuary. Stop him in his tracks.
Okay. If you do this, the Glyph of Sanctuary on exhaust will be removed. You can only have one of these active at a time.
I think you're fine with removing it.
Right.
But that's what I think.
Rescue is coming for exhaust. He's going after the thing we were sent for. I'm doing it.
Okay. Which brings up Gravitas. You're going to crush him. Spectrum.
Spectrum's at the car. He's gonna check the car and pull anyone in the car out. Well, he's gonna. If they're trapped, he's gonna cut the window. But if they're not trapped, he's gonna pull them out.
This car that you're at right now, and not is completely covered in that car that you're at right now, that he claims that there's somebody in there, well, he's got his hands on his hips because he doesn't know what to do. Because this car is completely covered in rubble except for the front left headlight. You can hear muffled cries for help of a woman and child within.
Well, then I'm gonna use my powers and cut the rubble off of it, like I did the window.
Well, again, this is going to be a problem because you'd have to cut this rubble off piece by piece, or to use your simple strength to start throwing stuff off there. Because if you cut through the car, the rubble goes inside the car. This is very bad with the amount of rubble that's on top of it.
Well, if I cut rubble off of the car that's hanging like over the edges of the car, it should reduce the weight.
Yes, you can do that. Carefully.
Yes. It might take a few rounds, but yeah, I'm gonna start removing rubble. I'm not that strong, so I'm gonna have to use my powers and do it that way.
Okay. Top of the round. And we have declared. So we know what time it is. Let's roll initiative.
Ooh.
Got a
Oh.
9.
All right, let's see this charge roll stuff.
Oh,
Fight me,
rivets.
Runelay. Fight me. Beat a 10.
Determine that amongst yourselves.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna beat that.
What the?
Again.
You have taken the 2 curse.
There it is.
Again.
I
That
go
was
first.
ridiculous.
Okay, I'm going to roll this off screen to determine because they tied up. And that's going to be 5.5, 5.4.
I move up to an 8.
And the one left is Steamroller. What you doing, buddy? I know
First
what
session,
you're
we've already had to have do 2 roll-offs in a row.
doing. Nice. And Steamroller gets a 10. We have other 10s, don't we?
No. That was a roll off.
Okay, it
Or
was roll off.
7.
Okay.
I'm 8. Runelay is 7 now.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
so
I
we
am a
start-
9.
We
Yeah,
start,
so we're gonna go 9, 8, 7.
we're going to start with 10 because Steamroller gets his first. And he thumps into the side of the building again. And you hear say who can hear it? Bloop can hear it. Actually, everybody can hear it because you hear the crumbling of rock and concrete. It sounds like rock anyway, because it's concrete crumbling off the side of the building. Now, does he catch the falling crate successfully, or does this smack against the ground? He does. He catches it. He says, I've got the package. We need to get I-beam. We need to get out. So his action's done. 10, 9,
Me.
8. Yeah.
I am at
Bloop.
9. So Bloop's gonna complete her charge. That was at least 3 squares of acceleration from when she started.
Oh, it only counts for the current round.
Oh.
2 squares. Then 2 squares because where you were, remember, you moved 2 and then moved
Yeah.
2 again. So you have 2 squares of movement.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I thought that we could do it multiple turns like that.
No.
I thought so
Because
too. I
otherwise
thought it builds up.
it would be unlimited. Just keep charging for about a mile and a half and then run. No.
Well, it's a max of 3 column shifts.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you get 2 column shifts on the attack. And this is a charge.
Okay,
right, 2's
so,
better than none. So you're doing good.
So on your turn, 2 column shift for the hit.
So, question: on the sheet it says body armor. Does
that's
that matter that I have body resistance?
That counts as body armor.
Okay, so I
So
will
you can
be
put your
rolling a remarkable
on 2
And
hit.
then-
Yeah.
and then plus 2 column shifts.
So you have a remarkable endurance? Are you serious?
I have remarkable body resistance.
Oh no, that's for damage.
Oh,
The body resistance is for the damage portion. not for the attack.
But what you could do is transform into your fist and hit him with the charge.
Yeah, it's too late to do that. But you have 2 column shifts added to your current endurance for the attack roll.
And you said you were going to charge. You could.
Okay, charge is just written weird.
Yeah, it is. This is like literally 20 years ago.
Yeah, hit equals E/body armor plus 2 times
Yeah,
acceleration round speed.
On a hit, you do your endurance damage or your body armor plus twice your current speed.
Okay, so I need to roll on endurance, which is excellent, which is column shifted twice to incredible.
Yes,
There
that's
you
an
go.
incredible charge.
So I need at least 31.
Correct.
Do it.
Charge is pretty darn powerful.
That's a yellow, isn't it?
That is a yellow.
That is a yellow, and guess what happens?
That's a slam.
That's a slam. That's a slam. So let's do damage first. Do you choose to use your endurance or your body armor plus 2 times 2, which would be 4?
So that would be a total of 30 damage.
That's what you choose?
Body resistance is a 26.
Okay, so you're going to do 30 damage to him? Okay.
Yes.
That is correct. And now he has to resist the slam. And here's how that works. Just to remind you, now I'm going to roll on the slam call. And the worse he does, the further he flies. So I'm going to open up his character sheet, look at his endurance, and you will be slammed in this game sooner or later. So remember this because it may be applied to you. His endurance is poor. Oh boy!
Yeah,
so he's going to roll on the and 1 of 4 results is going to happen.
You're going to fuck him up, Bloop.
And he rolls a 28 on poor, which is a grand slam.
Grand slam.
That is a grand slam. So he will
Target's
be thrown.
new speed equals ground speed of attacker strength.
What? Uh-oh.
Grand slam. Target's new speed equals ground speed of attacker's strength. That's what you have written for grand slam.
For grand slam. Yes. Ground speed of attacker's strength. Yes, that's true.
I have a strength of 26.
Oh, so he's going to be flying at 3 areas per round. But since this is also a grand slam, it might be even more than that because he's rolled. A grand slam can be 1 in 10 areas of distance. It might even be more than 3. Let's find out. It is not. He's going to fly 3 areas away. 1, 2, 3. And he is prone and knocked out.
Now,
I have a question.
Yes. I think we have the same question.
I think we do.
This guy, who is right behind him when slammed, does he get slammed by Rivet's body?
No. And that's because he's an ally to him, so he can move through an ally square, even if he's slammed.
So what did I kind of picture? I kind of picture it. He turns.
No, you can't play pinball unless you're specifically doing that in a declared action. And if Forge can't do that anyway. There are other things that can do that. They're on the combat maneuvers. You'll see when you look at it. So he's prone. He's down. He's down and he's hurt. He's down.
It's time to surrender. I mean, you did. Yeah. Wait. Words. Spectrum. Words.
Line.
Villain. Halt. And Bloop do good.
I'm gonna give a thumbs up from the other side of the car.
Right. Who's next?
Well, you were on 9, right?
Bloop was 9.
9
8.
is 8. I'm 8. I'm at the car.
Okay, you're at the car.
All right. Is the sun up yet?
The sun is up, yes, because we're round 5. We're at round 5 of combat. The sun has come up. So you feel the photons energizing you. So now that you're in daylight, that -1 column shift to all of your powers has been removed.
Do I still get a +2 for freeing the car from the rubble?
Well, yeah, to attack, yeah, you do. Because
Unearthly.
it cut that
Unearthly.
stuff off. Yeah. You're going to get a +2 column shift to your regular skill,
58.
and that's enough. And you're
That's
able
a
to
yellow.
cut these pieces off the top of the car. Now you have a different problem because obviously the roof has caved in and smashed it down with that weight so that it's level with the rest of the car. They still can't get out. At least they're not in threat of being crushed.
Can I see them now?
No, because the windshield has completely shattered. You can see the dashboard, but you can't see into the rest of the vehicle.
Okay, I want to say something. Tell me where you are in the car.
No, we're both in the back seat. Please save us.
Okay, I'm going to blast out the front. Stay out of the front and cover your eyes.
Okay. All right. So we're in the declaration phase here.
I will.
Wait, no,
I'll go first.
I'm skipping people.
Wait a second.
I'm
We're in the middle initiative.
Yeah, we're in the
Yeah.
middle of this.
I'm skipping. I tend to do
That's
this.
the end of
I
my
get
turn. That
excited, I
goes
do.
down to 7. That goes to Runelay.
Mm-hmm.
Run away.
Not so fast, you brute. As she points her fingers at this guy trying to get the case, who's now successfully got the case.
Steamroller. Okay.
And I'm gonna try to trap him in my ward glyph and stop him from getting away with that
okay.
damn case.
All right. He has the case in his possession, but so Spectrum, we've got you. Anybody else in the round? Gravitas.
I'm 4.
Yeah, you're on. Everybody else is gone.
Oh, I still have to actually make the roll to try to trap him.
That's true. You do.
.48 unremarkable. That is green.
Okay. So the same field disintegrates from exhaust next to you, Spectrum. You hear this tinkling sound as it clears up and evaporates. So you manage to pin Steamroller down while he pivots in place with his roller. Maybe you don't understand. I'm not that easy to stop.
We'll just have to see about that, won't we?
So now we're down to Gravitas.
No, it's Rivet and Redjack, I think.
Oh, well, Rivet isn't doing anything.
Yeah, Rivet's not getting up.
He's
Rivet's
not
off
getting
this
up.
round.
No.
Rivet is currently seeing stars and birds.
Technically, Rivet at this moment has just landed on the ground and is seeing little birdies.
Yeah, right. So Hammerjack Red steps forward and says, I'll clear a path. And he plunges both of his vibrations pistols toward Bloop's chest.
Ready?
Oh. No, don't. It's annoying. I did. And at point blank range, that doesn't matter. There is no such thing as point blank range. He's rolling on poor, but that's the best he's got.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Oof.
And
That's
it's still
green?
enough. It's
That's
still
green.
enough to hit Bloop.
That is enough.
And it is an energy attack.
Although,
Oh,
Oh no,
Although,
another
if-
energy.
here. There is a point blank maneuver.
which he's not using.
Was not
He's not
declared
using.
though. See, it was not
He didn't
declared.
declare it.
Therefore,
He
you're
didn't
okay.
declare it. He can't do it. He didn't declare it. He can't do it. It's not on my list
Don't
of
help the
actions. that I have.
DM defeat you. What's wrong with you?
No, because it was winner initiative, it gets +3 CS to hit, but loser initiative gets -3 CS to hit. So
Yeah.
that would have put him under shift 0,
Got to put him on shift 0. Right.
which would
But he's
have
not
made him
trying
miss.
Which would have made him miss. But he's not doing that, so he hits you with 30 points of energy damage. And which
Ow.
you cannot resist. Bloop gets extra jiggle physics. And it hurts.
Yeah.
And that brings that down. We're still on. He's hurting. He's hurting. Now, Gravitas, you're at the back of the round, yeah?
Okay, I move here, and then here's a
Yeah.
question. Rivet was
Yeah.
right here. I was originally planning to hit Rivet with Gravity Crush. Can I hit Red Jack instead? It's the same square.
You're aiming at Rivet. Rivet is prone. You can
Yeah, but okay,
still
this is
hit
how it
Rivet
happened.
from
I
here.
was here. Rivet was not
Yeah.
in my line of sight, and my plan was to move here and Gravity Crush right on this square, attacking this person. Rivet moved from that square, and now Red Jack is in that square. Can I Gravity Crush Red Jack?
Yes, you can. I will grant you that. That's good thinking. Yeah. Get it if you can. Get him if you can.
Feel the power of gravity.
Wait, you're firing into melee. Let me look it up.
It's a psych roll though. It's not a missile.
Yeah, but anything that's aimed like that. Hang on. Hold on. It's in here somewhere. I just forget what it's called. Unintended targets. That's where it is. Okay, you're firing into a melee containing multiple targets. Containing multiple targets that are both ally and foe. See if you hit him.
I rolled 67.
You rolled 67. You did hit him?
I believe so, yeah. I believe it's a green.
What, it's a green? Good. You hit him just like that.
Ta-da!
Okay, he takes 27 force damage unless he has resistance.
27?
26, sorry.
Yeah, 26. 26.
Still pretty good.
Okay. Hammerjack Red yells over his shoulder, "Steamroller, you better get that out of here. We're probably going to go down here. I-beam's down. Get out of here." And Steamroller says, "You've got it, boss. We'll get this back to High Steel and get this team back together again." Top of the round.
I'm going to Gravity Crush this square Red Jack again.
Yeah, okay.
No, Bloop will move behind him, starting making her. Actually, if I'm going to do an action, I can only move one square. So I guess move down there to smack him as she tries to close some distance on Steam.
Okay. What you doing, Spectrum?
Spectrum's going to put his hand to the front window and fire a blast through the windows that direction.
Well, the windows are crushed down. The whole top of the car has been crushed down to the body of the car. There are no windows to shoot through.
Okay. Can I cut the car in half?
Yes, you can try to do that. The car's
Yeah,
a
I'm
little
gonna
bit
cut
tougher. To cut through the entire car is a little bit tougher than cutting through a windshield.
Yeah, but I'm currently on unearthly, so
What? From what?
the power, my power, the sun, with everything going on. Now I have the sun. I was already +2 column shifts, and
From
since the
what?
sun came up, I don't have the negative column shift, so it pushes me to unearthly.
Where did you get this from? the extra column
From
shifts?
you.
When?
Well,
The
first
last
from
one.
when
I don't remember giving you a power boost. You had a negative until the sun came up. Now you're normal.
You gave me a +2. What do you mean?
Oh, that was
With-
for those +2 column shifts were to attack. Your attack roll against a target that isn't living, like a seatbelt. That's
And
why
the
you got
call.
the.
I'm not
And that was a
understanding.
but yeah, that was a single attack. So you if you do get this +2 column shift, that would be against the car as well. So and the penalty is removed. So yeah, you're right.
it would be
Okay, I was confused.
unearthly accuracy.
I was like, the whole time I have no idea what I've been doing. You had me
No,
fucking
you're right.
guessing.
You're right. I thought about it. You're right. You're absolutely right. This is going to be column shift with +2 column shifts in order to cut this car in half from
Okay.
your true power.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So we've got that.
Got me
Runaway.
nervous.
I'm gonna accelerate back up to 2 and start building up speed to fly right towards Steamroller and try to stop him.
You can accelerate to 3. You're moving at 1.
True.
That is true.
Then I will accelerate to 3. I could easily reach him accelerating after that.
Right. Probably can, depending on which way he goes.
That is true.
Okay.
But I'm at least gonna try.
Everybody's declared. Roll them.
Got a 9.
Roll.
Hammerjack Red gets a 9
Give me my
as well.
fucking 2. My fucking
So
2.
So me and Hammerjack get to roll offs.
I also have to roll
you-
off with gravitas.
I got a 4.
I got a 6.
Hammerjack Red gets to go first.
That's 9.6. And let's see if Rivet will get up before anybody pounds. And he gets a 9 as well. Bloop needs to beat a 12, which isn't happening. So Rivet's going to get up 9.12. And Steamroller, oh boy. He will receive an 11. Oh boy. Villains are going to try to get
dear.
away. So we're going to start at the top of the round, which is what was yours, Gravitas?
Mine was 4.
Okay, we'll get to you. Steamroller starts moving. And he starts moving to try to get away with goods. Completely ignoring the rest of the fight. 10. 9. 9 is Rivet.
9 would be a bunch of us.
Yeah, we'd be a bunch of us, and Rivet's got a 9. Stand up. And that's all he can do. Who's next on the 9?
Me?
Yep. Looks like it.
Alrighty.
Make your move.
I will have Bloop go up here.
Okay.
Then this here. Could I hit
Go to-
him with Big Fist?
Blunt attack. It's going to take the entire round, which means before you hit with it, that takes an entire round of you doing nothing else. So that answers no.
Okay. So just a regular fighting attack?
That would
To
be
see
correct.
if I hit.
That would be correct.
So my fighting is good. So I need at least a 46.
Come on, Blue.
Nope.
No. Oh. So you will miss him. Next up on the 9. Who else has got a 9? Somebody else has got a 9?
I don't remember.
I don't think there are any other 9s. I think that's it.
8. 7. 6. 5. 4.
5 is me.
All right.
And I'm going to start accelerating to catch up to Steamroller.
Okay, you've moved 3,
And then I'll
you
accelerate
can
up to 6.
accelerate. So you're at 3. You can continue to accelerate
I'm going
every
to
single.
continue to accelerate.
Right, and the accelerate will happen before you move. So it's got acceleration, then move, then you can do
Yep.
another action. If you're doing another action, that whole acceleration happens first, then it's reduced by half, so you can make your move. That's how that works. Okay.
Okay.
4,
That's me.
3,
I'm
4.
gonna gravity crush red guy. Feel the
Hammerjack red.
power of gravity. 2.
Oh my goodness.
It
No.
fails.
No.
I'm not spending 40 karma.
Just a,
Yeah.
just a little.
No.
That's
Okay.
me.
She's like,
Next.
seriously? That's what took I-beam out?
3, 2,
That'd
1.
be me.
Spectrum. What is your normal? No. Okay. Now let's get this straight. Your normal power for light emission is the normal
Incredible.
intensity is incredible.
Yes.
Since this is a static object, your attack roll on this does not change. Your attack roll is different. Your attack roll is not your intensity of the power. Your attack roll is based on agility. So it's your agility plus 2.
Okay. I
Yeah,
don't understand that, but okay.
No. Your attack roll is based upon your FASE. The damage you do is based upon your power intensity. Don't confuse the two.
Okay.
I think that's where the mistake came and how you got to unearthly.
Oh.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, that's
And
even worse.
that's great. So now you're able to cut through with full incredible intensity through the car, shearing it in half. You get down to the seats and you separate the backs from the seats themselves, and this car kind of, well, it collapses in the middle. And now you have these seats that you can just pull out of the way because they're not connected anymore. And this woman and child leap into your arms, saved.
Don't fear. Spectrum is here.
All right. Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say, calm down, cadet.
He's gonna
Okay,
turn
so
and glare at you.
we're back it around, right? You're right.
Did Red Jack go? I don't remember him going.
No, he didn't. He didn't. I skipped him, and he was all the way up at 9.
Oh, that's
So
what I
when
was
he's
trying to remember.
Yeah, that's
he
who
was
it
the other
was.
9.
That's who it was.
It
So
was-
we'll do him now. And with Bloop up close, that's who he's going to take the shot at.
Death of Bloop. Here we go. Bloop 0. Death of Bloop.
Please miss.
Yep. And we're looking at a fighting of good. And now he will use. No, I did. Can't do it. Tempted, but no, can't do it. Straight D100 on the good column. Does he hit? Oh, yes, he does.
No.
Oh, man, this is
Bloop
bad.
is down.
92. It's not a red. It's not a red on the energy. It's not a red, so don't worry about the kill result. It's a yellow. Okay? Don't panic. But that is 30 points of damage. Bloop is down.
Bloop am at 0.
Yeah, Bloop am at 0. You need 10. That's the number of rounds you're going to be out.
I'm gonna tell the mom and the kid to go down there where the vehicle was. They'll take care of you.
6 rounds.
Bloop's going to be out for 6 rounds. Now, here's how this works. If you get to 0 and you're not killed, then you determine 1 to 10 rounds you're going to be out. When you come back, you will come back with the number of health points that is in your endurance slot. That's how many health points you'll get back when you get back up. That's how recovery works.
as Bloop just kind of falls over as a puddle of slime and bits of armor just floating in it.
Right. Well, the armor dissolves too. The armor changes color and dissolves. And you're right next to it, Runelay. This is what you see. She literally melts into a
Can
puddle.
Runelay heal Bloop and get her back up?
From 0?
Yeah.
What does your power stunt say?
My power stunt for the healing glyph just says heals the number of HP equal to intensity.
Well, guess what? Yep, that's going to bring somebody up out. Yep. You're literally a healing angel. So, yes.
Yeah, but then the other guy's getting away with our mission.
Now you have to choose. You can only do one.
Right. So,
you can only do one.
Because if I accelerate now and I go before him, I mapped it out. I can reach him. But. Oh boy.
So now we're at the top of the round, and this is 4 of 10 remaining. And you can start your count independently. You can put your own clock in there, Hessen. 1 of 6.
Yes, for my action, I'd like to lay there and burble.
Right, which is basically what's going to happen. And now, as this has happened, Hammerjack Red kind of backs up a step, and he just looks around. You can't see through his mask, but he's trying to figure out, he's got that expression of, what the heck just happened? And he's just looking left to right for answers. And he just mumbles out, and even you can hear it from your aerial position. He's holding his gun saying, "What have I done? What have I done?" We're at the top of the round. Time to declare.
Is this the first? Is this our first mission, or have I known Bloop a while?
You've known her in training, but you've never seen her. Well, you've always seen her in solid form.
Okay. Then I'm gonna yell out, "You've broken the code."
Did they though?
Well, I don't know that.
You can yell that all he wants. You can yell that all he wants.
I'm going to Gravity Crush Red Jack again. I'll move forward 1, 2.
Okay. Hammerjack Red. Okay, got you. He really wants this guy down. Okay. What's your answer?
Sorry.
Okay, we're gonna blast him straight up. Mm-hmm. Okay. This will be the first time you've actually done that. Runelay.
Mm-hmm. Runelay is gonna look between Steamroller and Bloop. It is gonna keeps her eyes shift between the two over and over until eventually people before the mission.
6 seconds.
I'm gonna heal Bloop.
Okay, that is your call. Keep in mind that you will move, and in order to perform this action, your acceleration is going to happen first, and then your movement, and your movement will be halved, and then you'll perform the action. That's how it works.
So since I'd be accelerating up to 6, that means I'd be moving 3, correct?
Yes. Yes, exactly that. Exactly that. Okay, roll them. Let's see what we've got. And Steamroller's initiative suddenly becomes important.
Oh, gosh. I wouldn't have caught him anyway.
Oh, no. Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to catch him. Oh, no. Steamroller's got a 2.
Oh, hey, they tied.
Rivet's back in the action.
So I guess I got to roll off with Steam.
He's spent around, and Rivet's going to get a 3rd. And Hammerjack Red is going to get a 7.
And then the roll off between.
And then I got to roll off with Steamroller.
With Steamroller.
Because we both got a 2.
He's got a 2.5.
I do technically go before him, so I could have still caught him, but I made my choice.
You've made your choice. You've made your choice. Okay. So top of the round is actually Rivet. Rivet gets up unshaky. He's kind of bumbles around a couple of steps. He looks behind him. He sees that Steamroller's getting away, and he says, "Yeah, do that. I'll cover you." And Hammerjack Reds is still kind of bumbling in place, going, and Rivet says, "What did you do? What happened? What did you do?" He says, "I think I killed her." Meanwhile, the response from Rivet is, "Oh no. Oh no." Now it's the top of the round, and Rivet is getting desperate. He's going to try to shoot Runelay out of the sky.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh yeah!
Oh, this could get bad.
You could dodge it, just do a barrel roll.
Okay, he's got a good.
Aha!
And he
misses.
misses. How much does it take for him to actually hit you?
Too much.
For good, he'd need at least
Hopefully
46.
He's got karma. He needs a 46. He's got to spend 31 karma in order to hit you, and he has it. We'll
Jesus
spend
Christ!
that.
Oh no.
How do they
He
have
has
such
it,
high
and he will
karma?
spend it. He has 43 karma. He's going to spend how much of that? From 15 to 41 is 26. Yep, he's got it.
36.
Oh, he needs a 36. Okay, so that's 21.
Yeah, he needs to spend 31 to reach 46.
Does he have it? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. That leaves him with
Well-
12.
Jesus. Like my health. Just
And so these heated rivets start pelting you in mid-flight. And that will cause 20 points of force damage.
uh-oh.
I'm
When
down.
Lily's down, she's gonna fall to the ground and take a death save fail.
I mean, I am going to
Well,
certainly fall to the
with
ground, I
fires
imagine.
is, if you are in flight, you're going to continue as a ballistic missile. And getting knocked out while you're in flight, what was your speed? 3?
3.
Yeah, 3.
This is before you ever accelerated. So you move the 3, slam into the ground, take 6 extra points of damage, and now you're going to roll against the kill because you're 0. No, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that, but you're going to be stunned. So roll D10. I got confused there for a second. Roll D10.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oof.
You're going to be out for
that really
9
I'm out
rounds.
for 9 rounds.
You're going to be out for 9. And you've
Yeah,
lost
they're
your
going to
healer.
get away.
You've
No,
lost
they're
your
not.
healer. Yep. Which brings us down from 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. 7 is Hammerjack Red. Hammerjack Red, realizing he's still traumatized by what he did to Bloop. So he takes his move of 2 squares and, whoops, no, he does not do that. Stop there. He goes around the corner and hides for a second.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
And you no longer have line of sight.
I'll fucking fire through the building. Fuck with me.
He's got cover. That doesn't mean that you can't hit him anyway, but you're going to take a -1 column shift to attack. So it's down from 7, 6.
That's
5.
me. I'll move up 1 square.
Yep.
And I can't gravity crush him because I need line of sight to gravity crush. We've established
That's
that.
correct. Yeah.
So, I guess my turn's wasted.
Yeah. It's not that he did this to screw you. It's just that he's freaked out.
I have a question.
Ask me.
If I move forward too, can I see him?
You
You
That would
don't
can't
be-
be
move
able
I
to.
have
forward 2 in fire.
No.
You have to move forward
Oh,
1 in
that's
fire.
right. If I do 1 though, okay. Okay. He still has that corner advantage, doesn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
He'll still have cover. Even if you move forward 2, he'll still have cover.
I'm gonna move forward 1 and fire.
No, you've got Rivet up. You've got Steamroller up. You've got
Yeah,
Hammerjack
but
Red.
so from what I understand, my range is based on my power, right?
Power intensity, correct.
Yes, and I have Incredible, which is 11 areas. That puts Steamroller outside of my area.
Yep, you cannot hit him. He's out of range.
Yes, and I was already aiming at this guy, so I could still hit him around the corner like how they hit Bloop.
But I think you can hit Rivet from here.
Yeah, I can hit Rivet, but I also want this guy. He killed Bloop.
You want this guy bad. Okay, I got you. Move 1 or 2. Well, yeah, you move your 1 because it's going to be half the move. You have to
Yeah,
punch
I
through
moved
that
1.
wall. You can barely see him.
I roll Agility now?
That is correct.
Okay.
And you're at -1 column shift because he has cover.
Okay. Don't know what it is.
And it doesn't matter anyway. That's 12.
It's 12. Okay. So I still
Unless
fire
you-
though. It still happens.
Well, unless you want to spend karma to really get after him. I don't know how much you're going to need.
Hang on. And it's 1 column shift back because of the cover?
Yes.
Okay,
Because
so
of
I
his
was
cover.
asking. That would put me there. I would need to
What you gonna
spend
need?
about 20. Yeah, about 20. Hang on, I'm looking.
What's the number? What's the number you need?
Okay, hang on. I'm figuring it out.
Yeah, I
I'm a
can
little
look it.
slow putting the number together. Math ain't my strong suit.
I got you. I got you. We have computers these days.
Yes, that's why I pulled up the calculator already.
We
I'm
have the
already ahead of you.
technology.
Okay,
This isn't
I need
1985. This thing's actually easier to run than before.
I have a remarkable agility. So we would go back
Correct.
to excellent.
Also
I would
correct.
need a 41 to hit.
Yes. So you
40,
need 29.
21, 29. And
How do
I
you
have 29.
Yep, you have exactly the amount of karma to hit him.
Fuck him. How about that?
Okay. All right. Heard that.
He killed Bloop.
Now, does he have any energy defense? Does he?
He thinks he's safe with the corner even. I've got fire
he have
through it.
any
It's an
energy
energy
defense?
beam.
And what is the intensity of your energy?
It is hang on, look. It is incredible.
What's the number?
36.
36? 36 points of energy damage, which is the most that anybody has dealt on the table today. Hammerjack Red is down.
Just straight through the building. Boom.
So he's down.
Don't touch Bloop.
Don't touch the child!
I'm gonna turn and look at Rivet and go, "You're next."
And he starts quivering in his boots because everything is turning against him. And he's like, crap. Get out of here, Steamroller. Salvage something. Get to high steel. So we're down from Spectrum. Who's next?
I think that's it.
That's right. You were back around,
Yeah.
weren't you? All right. Here we are. So we're at 210. You can update your marker. Hessen, anybody who's knocked out, update and post your clocks right next to mine. No,
What the hell?
not what we're doing. 0.1 rounds.
Clock.
Yeah.
I don't know why I typed in the roll for the clock. Apparently I did. I just defaulted
Okay.
due to roll 20.
Isn't that
All
Lady
right.
Infinity's number? Infinite once? Is
Right.
she gonna show up?
Oh no, we don't want that. More news on that later. We do not want Lady Infinity around. Anyway, So we get to declare now. Make your plans. You've only got
I
two of
would
you up.
like to continue laying there burbling.
Right. And now Runalea is down, and she's tumbled
Oh, I
in
don't move.
a tangle of limbs and wings, and she looks hurt.
Even if I move another square, it's not enough to hit him.
It's
So,
not enough
yeah,
to hit him. He's
Rivet's
probably going to get
next.
away.
Rivet is next. We can always interrogate them.
So
Okay,
you're
I'm
going to
gonna
shoot
move
at Rivet?
too. I'm gonna
Oh
move
yeah,
too.
Rivet is gonna be my bitch.
All right. and Gravitas, you're up.
I'm gonna move
You're
too.
there? You're going to
You know
move
what
where?
I love is the two powerhouses are marching at the same speed forward.
Well, there is this difficult terrain in this area, so half your move again. So if you're
Well,
anywhere,
I'm gonna try to go around the difficult terrain. I'm gonna move this way too.
okay, yeah. So you'll land here is where you'll
Yeah.
go. Yeah, with your 2. Okay, well, we're rolling initiative. This is getting simpler as people are not getting knocked out. Steamroller. His endurance is key. You might have made. Oh,
All right, Steamroller.
okay. You've got a 2. What do you got? You actually beat Steamroller, so if you step forward, you will be in range, won't he?
I won't. No.
No, that's right, because you can only move the 1.
Wait.
Yeah, you'll
I'm
still
short.
be out of range, just barely.
Well,
I
if I
Just
step
barely.
forward, if I step forward right now, I would be there.
Yeah.
And
Don't go there. Go here. Cause I want to go there.
Yeah.
okay, so yeah.
Yeah. Just move up
Yeah,
one.
I'll do that. I said I was moving forward. I didn't say where. And I still can't hit him no matter what. So I might as well go for Rivet. And I said I was going for Rivet. So
Yeah, let me roll Rivet. I haven't rolled initiative yet. He's quick.
not quick
He's got
enough.
a 7. He's got a 7. So starting
Not
from the
quick
top of the
enough.
round,
He still lied.
10 plus 9.
This is
8.
another agility, right?
Yes, it is.
So it's agility to
Now
hit. Let's roll.
Yeah, Spectrum's starting to kick ass now. No.
27. That's gonna hurt.
No, 27 on an attack roll. That's gonna miss.
That's remarkable,
Yes.
Colin.
Yeah, it's a remarkable column. Yeah.
You
it
need a
misses.
36 at least.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Yeah.
And you're out of karma. Can't hit him.
Yes. It still fires at him. It just misses.
7. 7 is Rivet. Rivet steps forward and shoots at Spectrum.
Oh, you want to duel with me?
He's gonna defend his boy. He's gonna defend his boy. He realizes they're gonna lose today. At least he's gonna try to take somebody down while he can. On the good. Good is all he's got. Double on right now.
No.
Good on 9. He misses you in return. But the return fire, these heated rivets zip right past you, and he misses you. Which brings up 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Gravitas.
3 is
Gravitas.
3 is steamroller.
Oh, steamroller.
Yeah, but you didn't go, did you?
I'm at 2.
Oh, I thought you were before him. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Steamroller's
Okay.
getting away.
I move here. That's my turn.
Okay. We're at the top of the round. Make plans. We're speeding up.
I'm gonna shoot or gravity crush Rivet.
Okay. Spectrum.
Yeah, I'm gonna step forward and pretty sure I'm not getting Steamroller, so I'm
No,
gonna shoot
steamroller's
Rivet.
gone. The mission failed.
He's
It's
fine.
okay though.
He's
Yeah, I'm
gonna
gonna
get
shoot
He
away.
has
Rivet.
3 squares.
got
We
3.
can't catch up.
We have 3 of his people, so we take out Rivet. We can get the information from there for where
Yeah,
their hideout is.
that's the backup plan. We'll regroup,
So yeah, I'm gonna step forward and shoot Rivet. I'm ready.
heal up, take out this bad guy, arrest him. That's our plan.
I continue to
Okay.
burble.
Right.
Maybe a couple of wing twitches
Here's a
from
burble.
Runelay.
Bloop, bloop,
Rivet gets
bloop,
4.
bloop.
What about the 1? Because you technically rolled a 1.
That's right. You rolled a 1. 1 is the back of the round. He's got a 1.
I
You
got
two
a
have to
1.
duke it out.
Duke it out. Duke it out. Duke
Now, he
it
should go
out.
before. Okay, that's fine.
Steamroller gets 4.
I like duking it out. Who's
He's
that?
going to go before you. Rivet's going to
Yep.
go before you at the back of the round. So from the top of the round, I believe it is
Wait-
Spectrum
Wait a
first.
second.
What?
That means that Rivet and Spectrum have to duke it out.
Mm-mm.
No, that
Only
was a
them two.
duke
I
it
rolled a
out.
10 first.
Yeah, we took care of that. We took care of that. So we're going to start with 10, 9, 8, 7.
10 is me.
10 is you.
Yes.
Step
And
forward.
Yes, I'm gonna step forward because that should still allow Gravitas to move here and then there.
Yeah, you're the one I'm scared of now that it's
And now it's time to
hot
blast
again.
Rivet.
Really quickly.
The
Yeah.
closer I get, the worse it's gonna get. Since he thinks
Make
he's
a
a
roll, buddy.
badass. Well, I rolled the wrong one. Hang on, I was initiative.
Yeah, don't do that.
You miss.
Ah. So now that you're all confident and you're angry, your shots are just going wide. As he's walking and you're trying to get a beat on him and trying to get the perfect shot twice now. These incredible light laser beams have lashed past him into nothingness.
All right, now it's Steamroller, and then Rivet, and then me.
It is Steamroller, yes. Steamroller rolls right over this retaining wall. Oh, well, he doesn't roll over the containing wall, but this round he crushes it. So he crushes this retaining wall, and he stops there. Then it is Rivet, who is darned determined to make sure that he does as much damage as possible. He's going to shoot at Gravitas. No, not that.
I think
My
that hit.
goodness.
Boy.
Whoa, whoa,
No,
whoa,
I'm
chill.
screwing up.
Hey.
Jeez.
You
Hey.
put that D.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
All right, that's a bullseye.
That's
That's a red.
critical success.
That's a
That's
not.
going to be double damage and everything all at once. These
What kind of
are-
attack is it?
That's a force attack.
Force. That's a stun. That's not kill.
Yeah, that's a stun. So it's going to do double his normal damage
I'm
on
down.
top of everything else. Yeah. Yep. You're down.
Oh,
Roll a d10. Actually, you're going to have to do this twice. Once because of the stun.
Well, don't I roll against the stun to see if I?
You do roll against the stun. Roll your endurance against the stun, which will be added to this
Right.
9.
Stun. Where's that?
Endurance. It's the third
Okay.
column from the
Endurance. I got it.
Yeah.
59, which is I believe it was typical. Yeah, typical.
that would be a green.
59. A green, and on the stun chart, it was
That's a 1.
A 1.
green stun. That's 1 round. So I'm
Yeah,
what
and about
9 rounds
10
for being down, 1 round for being stunned. So 10 rounds.
Pretty much.
Yeah, the 9 was yeah. That's how it's going to work. 10 rounds. You're going to be down. Now it's down to 1-on-1 Spectrum versus Rivet. That's how the rest of this is going to go.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take
What
an
are you going
action.
to do?
I'm gonna aim.
Okay. What?
Because right here, I'm reading right now. I decided to use your own stuff against you. Under combat maneuvers,
available,
aiming.
can't do this.
I can't aim.
Available for thrown blunt, thrown edged, shooting, and powers. Powers count. Yes, you can aim.
Yeah.
Yes,
So I
you
can
can.
take I can take the aim. I use 1 round, and I gain a column shift.
Which means that will suck up your whole round. We don't need to roll initiative because that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Rivet gets to
Rivet
take
gets
his
a
shot.
round.
Yep,
Rivet
he
gets a
gets
shot.
around. He gets around.
He misses.
And he misses you entirely. So badly he can't use karma. He misses you. Now we roll initiative like normal.
That puts me at 5.
Beat a 7. Oh, we got to duke it out again.
Oh, what side? Duel it. Duel it.
Bring it on, DM. I'll beat you, the guy.
Beat
Come
an
on.
11 and you can't. You can't beat an 11. Rivet's going to
That's
get the
fine.
shot on you first.
I hope he misses.
And he's going to
Epsilon
take a
is
movement.
somewhere here.
Going to take a movement. Take a movement before he does. Does he shoot you? Yes, he does. That's 20 points of force damage.
Okay. Boom.
It's coming down to it. They could win this. Rivet could win it for him.
It's now my turn.
It is your
Finish
turn.
him. Finish
+1
him.
column shift.
It does get a
You do
+1.
not have any karma, so you've got to roll this straight.
So the plus column shift goes to the agility or to the power intensity?
The column shift, since it's aiming, it's going to go on the 2 hit. It will affect your agility. It will shift
Okay.
your agility to the right by 1 column shift. For this shot only.
Yes.
He's missed you. Oh, I'm sorry, he hit you. Now it's your turn.
Ooh.
Oh, oh! What color is that?
That would be a
Incredible.
yellow.
That's a
It's
yellow.
a yellow.
And your power intensity is
36. It says 26 because that's normally remarkable, but with the column shift, it would be 30. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm doing it wrong. I'm sorry. Let me apologize.
no.
Let's
You're
start
normal.
over. Power
normal now.
intensity is 36 for incredible.
Correct. And since you don't have any penalties anymore, sun is up. Rivet goes down. You win. Barely. Barely.
Can
Which
we?
is-
You win. Sort of. Because you're watching Steamroller roll away.
Yeah. Can we call
Until-
initiative there?
What's that?
Can we call initiative there?
Quite. Well, not quite. We can't quite call initiative there because that's the last round. It's 0 out of 10. Flying out of the sky to the west on a jetpack and landing directly in front of Steamroller is Epsilon, who's the DSA agent assigned to actually do all of this. Epsilon lands in front of Steamroller, wags her hand back and forth at him, just wags a finger in his face. And Steamroller says, "Get out of the way. This is for high steel, not for you." And he tries to roll forward, and both of his rollers short out simultaneously. And he kind of flings onto the ground, completely immobile. And she says, "Thank you. I'll take that." Takes it right out of his hands as if it was nothing. So Steamroller just kind of sags in place as now the call's been given. This is DSA agent Epsilon. Situation is secure. Thanks to Bloop, actually. And Bloop should be recovering any moment now.
It's Bloop's head just kind of pops up out of the puddle.
I think you're the first one up, too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, right after Rivet went down was when Bloop was starting to get up.
So at this point, Epsilon is coming over with cuffs to try to cuff these other guys. And here comes the guardsmen to help out and to clean up the villains as they pull the vehicle up to try to start stuffing them in the back. Spectrum, you watch Bloop's head reform out of this featureless puddle. And Bloop starts to reform herself, and as she does, as she rises up, sections of this blue puddle turn darker and turn into the armor that she's had.
Yeah. Wait, hold on, wait. As she looks down at her arm where she has leg pieces. Yeah, I did that wrong. It just moves that down. Shapes up a new arm.
That's the other thing, Spectrum. You've never seen her do that. It wasn't dead after all. Runalea is next together.
Hard.
You can recover your endurance points in health. As you get up, as you're, well, tasting the concrete.
Coughing out some feathers too after the fall.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bad day.
Bloop not understand any of that.
Gamate.
No,
Next,
please,
you
that's
get
not
up,
a Yamate.
gravitas. You can recover now. You can recover your endurance points of health. So whatever your endurance points are, that's how many you get when you return to consciousness. And as the rest of you return to consciousness, you note that these guardsmen have re-entered the arena, and one by one, they're stuffing them in the back of the DSA truck, which has pulled up the street now that it's safe to do so. The last one remaining is Steamroller, and there's a separate vehicle coming up for him. Now that the situation's secured, now the responders are starting to move in. There's a couple of fire trucks, ambulances, and everything else. Multiple vehicles on both streets. As you start to collect yourselves, what do you do now?
I'm gonna go up to Rivet and be like, "Nice shot, you took me down."
Did you find the mother and child?
Who are you asking?
The people from the truck. I sent the mom and child to the truck.
Oh yeah, you've got a communicator, and yeah, they're actually waiting for you. They don't want to leave the area, and I can't. You'll see when you get here.
Is media on scene?
Media? Well, yeah. Channel 4 is pulling up right now.
I imagine Spectrum's already going off.
Yeah, Spectrum's going to the truck. He's gonna grab the mom and kid and go talk to Channel 4.
Yeah, bye, Spectrum.
Welcome back, Bloop. Good job. I'm giving Bloop another thumbs up.
She turns her head into a thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go next to River. I'm assuming he's awake in handcuffs right now. I'm gonna be like, "Nice shot, man. You took me down."
Yeah. When you talk to Rivet, just as he's getting in the back of the truck, and he turns his head and he says to you, "So you're not a cadet?
I'm a
not
cadet, but I'm about to become a full super."
He says to the guardsman behind him, who happens, "Hey, let me go for a second." And Nux says, "No, get in the back." Says, "Hey, I want to say something.
Yeah,
I just want to say something. Hey." So Nux getting ready to close the door, and he says, "You know he's live. You can probably shoot at you, or at least find a way to do that. Those cuffs aren't pure."
I'll take the chance. Let him speak his
Fair
mind.
enough. Yeah, fair enough. And so he leaves the door open. He kind of looks the other way for a couple of seconds, and Rivet pokes his head out and says, "Yeah, you guys played fair. You guys played fair, and we didn't. I owe you one. I owe you a big one."
Yeah, why'd you turn to the life of villainy?
But Nux has already slammed the back of the vehicle and slammed it shut. "Hey, you'll get to talk to him later. You got to talk to Mark DeWick first. Get that cleared." And he says this in a conspiratorial tone so that only you can hear.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's best to understand the villains. Why they, not all of them are bad. We learned that from the iPass Wars.
Yeah, that's fair. I know that's true. Yet that those villains, they've got their own thing going. When times are tough, they'll defend the Earth too. We learned that the hard way.
Yep.
Mr.
So,
Hartley.
you want to talk to your team? That's typically a kind of a team debriefing. And you can
Yeah,
see
sure.
Nux is starting to grin. He's starting to grin because he knows something that you don't. And he says, you might want to talk to your team. Do a little debriefing before the cameras get here. We'll
Yeah,
run
sure.
interference for as long as we need to.
Thanks. And I pat Nux on the shoulder.
He pats you on the shoulder, and Rivet looks through the darkened slot at Gravitas. And Rivet kind of nods his head in approval as the vehicle starts to drag most of the deconstruction crew away. Gravitas starts walking up to where Bloop is. We don't need the map anymore, so you start walking toward each other. As various bits, what you do notice, Spectrum, is that you're walking. Which way are you going? You going towards the media or up to you?
I'm going to go to the mom and kid, but I'm going to pick up the kid and put him on the shoulder and grab the mom by the hand and lead her.
Yeah, you're going to go away. You're going to go away
And-
from them. You're going to be separated from the team because the team's kind of gathering without you.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm going to lead them to
Well-
the news crew, and I'm going to talk to the news crew with them right there.
So you're headed that way, but they're not coming with you yet because they haven't really decided anything. Gravitas, as you're walking toward where Bloop is standing, you notice that there are bits of dark blue goo on the ground.
I'll say, Bloop, you okay? What's that?
Yeah.
You don't know what that is.
Yeah. Maybe bits of dead Bloop.
You did good. And I'll pat Bloop on the shoulder.
Her arm jiggles about from the padding.
I like your costume.
Correctamundo runs up to you guys. He's short, and his armor's kind of bouncing around on him because it's a little bit too big for him. And that rifle is kind of batting against him. And he says, hey, hey, hey! He's running
what's
up
up?
to you.
Bloop's
Hey,
just
I
gonna
wanted to
wave
tell
his
you. I
hands.
wanted to be the first to tell you. I have to be the first to tell you. Hey, congratulations.
What?
What exactly?
Well, what do you think on what? You stopped the bad guys? And, well, almost. You almost stopped them. You did a good enough job. You did okay.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, but Bloop did it enough for time buying for everyone else to do things of good thing doing.
And Correctamundo just nods, and he's trying to rearrange into an actual sentence in his head, and it's not working. And he finally goes, yeah, okay. I mean, are you guys all right?
Yeah, I
Really?
talked to Rivet. That was interesting.
Earlier, Tucker
what did he
waved back
say?
to her suit.
Did he reveal anything?
No, it was just a mutual respect. I congratulated him on a good shot, and he said, you guys played fair.
Oh, wow. That means something. That means that, well, when they call again, you're going to wind up facing him again. That's kind of how this works. So if it's the deconstruction crew or Rivet by himself, they might send you out.
Yeah.
Bloop will raise up a tendril.
Yeah? You've got a question, Blue?
Yeah. How friends Exosi doing?
Who?
The one that got shot by the rivet.
Exhaust.
yeah.
We found him
Exhaust.
shot.
Exhaust will be fine. He'll be fine. He just needs a little bit of a gas infusion and he'll be up on his feet. It was really bad for I-Beam to shoot him. He's gonna pay for that.
So Bloop home did good.
Yeah, you guys did great. I mean, like I said, it wasn't perfect. Because if it wasn't for Epsilon over there, and Epsilon is already talking to police far away from on the opposite side of the parking lot. And she's dressed in deep purple and white armor with yellow padding on her hips, yellow split padding on her hips and around her wrists. And she has a purple visor across her face with short bob style brown hair. And she's just nodding and sorting things out while the cop takes notes. If it wasn't for Epsilon over there, it would have been all you guys, which is amazing for a first mission.
Bloop just wish Bloop could have more protective friends. Bloop did best Bloop could do, though.
Everybody gets knocked out in this business. Everybody gets knocked out. And pretty often. DSA's got some of the best medical facilities you've ever. Oh, and by the way.
Well, it's Bloop's job to be armor for rest of the team. Bloop is armor.
If you're the rest of the team, and if your armor looks like that, since that's the new model coming out, you're one of us. As Correctamundo comes up and gives you a fist bump right on that armor. Not realizing that it's not entirely armor. But he doesn't. He doesn't know that.
Bloop confusingly did fist bump back, but it just kind of oozes onto his hand a little.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll all have to get used to that. There's a lot of guardsmen talking about you. You know that? Oh, yeah. You got a message. Yeah. And he hands you his walkie-talkie. It's an external channel from DSA headquarters.
But Bloop will hold the walkie-talkie, just kind of stare at it.
This is Dr. Sierra Tiernan. Can you hear me?
Miss Lady!
I just heard you got through a first mission. Are you all right?
Bloop went dark for a couple of bits, but Bloop got back up.
Went dark? What do you mean went dark? Did you get knocked unconscious?
Well, Bloop became Puddle.
We've got to get you back to headquarters right away. We have to run tests.
Tests, good.
You are listening into all of this, by the way.
Yeah, Bloop did a good job, I'll say, into the walkie. She went down, though, but she got back up.
There seem to be bits Bloop on ground, but not coming back on Bloop.
That's not good. We need to get you home. We need to get you back in the tube.
We got to go home now?
I'm sorry, Bloop, but maybe you don't understand, and she says this for all of you. Bloop isn't human. Bloop is an intelligent neural net of a colony of bacteria. Single-celled organisms, all working together as sort of a hive mind, and Bloop is the result. We have to get her back here for testing. She's a completely unique life form. We have to make sure that she's okay.
Bloop can get grape soda on the way home?
Yeah, we'll get you a grape soda.
Grouperco! She just kind of jiggles about, waving the radio around.
So make sure that you come straight home. Normally I don't rush things, and you know how awkward sometimes. But I really need to see you. We really need to run these tests.
Okay. How Bloop get home?
Well, there should be another vehicle, especially after the deconstruction crew has been taken.
Yeah.
I'm with Mr. DeWitt now. He's sending someone. Well, they should be turning the corner any minute.
Hi, Mr. Director, old guy man.
And there's a little fumbling, crackling noise on the other end. Give me that. Hello, Bloop.
Hi. Did Bloop do good thing?
Just come back to headquarters as you've been assigned to do. We need to put you back in the tube and make sure that you're fully functional. Make sure that there hasn't been any serious damage done to you.
Okay. What should it do with friends?
Well, bring them on the transport. They have to come back to headquarters to be debriefed. And don't get involved with the media if you get it.
Oh, I see
Meanwhile-
Spectrum over there. He's
Yeah,
talking to the media.
meanwhile, Spectrum already has a microphone pointed toward him with a cameraman. The cameraman's kind of kneeling to get a good stable shot. And the first question that's asked to you is like, so you're obviously wearing a DSA jumpsuit. Are you a full agent?
Folks, this is why we do what we do, okay? Today, a family gets to walk away safe. And
And they're
that's,
standing next to you, by the way, both of them.
that's what being a hero is all about.
And she says, but you still haven't answered the question. Are you a full agent or are you a guardsman?
I'm Spectrum. And I'm going to turn and kneel to the kid and smile and go, are you both okay? You're safe now. That's all that matters.
And the mother, who is a black female with short hair tied, the dreads tied into a top knot behind her, she kind of pulls her child protectively to herself and said, and if it wasn't for you, we'd both be dead. We owe our lives to you. So much more. It's so good to have heroes around, especially to help prevent all of these crazies. I can't thank you enough.
Hey, being a mom is a superhero too.
Yeah, you've got that right. And there's a little voice in between you. Mommy, can I hug Spectrum? He's a stranger. Can I hug Spectrum anyway? And she says, yes, you can hug Spectrum. He's not a stranger anymore, honey. And this little child latches on to your leg and hugs you.
What's your name, little one? You're braver than half the heroes I know.
My name. And she looks to her mother for approval. She says, you can tell him your name. My name's Jakina.
Nice to meet you.
I'm 6 years old.
Oh my. Getting big for your age.
Yeah, she is big for her age. She can count to 100, can't you? Yes, I can count to 100.
And are you going to be a hero when you grow up?
Do I get to be a hero too? Can I be a hero when I grow up, Mommy? And
Anybody can be a hero.
And the reporter jumps in with, so the deconstruction crew was beaten by a team of Spectrum and his friends. DSA headquarters is now pulling up to retrieve the team. And meanwhile, the cameraman starts waving. He starts waving. She says, really? Oh, shit. As she kind of thunks the microphone down onto her leg in disgust. Sorry, this isn't going to go out. Looks like DSA's keeping you dark.
He's just going to give a sigh. Well, just so you know, it was a pleasure meeting you. I'm going to shake the reporter's hand.
And she says, well, thank you. If you're continuing to do this kind of work, we'll meet again, Spectrum. And she hands you a business card.
I'm going to take the business card and I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I'm going to put it somewhere.
Well, your jumpsuit does have pockets.
Probably has a
Nice
jockstrap you can put it in.
The mother is busily scribbling something on a sheet of paper, and she folds it over and hands this to you. Here, take this.
Oh, what is that?
She just smiles and leads little Jakaya away.
Hang on, before you go, Can I borrow a piece of paper and a pen? I'm gonna ask the reporter.
She says, she rips out a sheet of paper from her notebook.
And I'm gonna write my signature and hand it to the child. For you. It'll be worth something someday.
What does this mean, Mommy? I can't read it. Oh, that's his name. His name? Is this powerful? Is this gonna make me a superhero? And she says, I don't know. It's just a writing of his name, honey. So I get to keep this?
Yes, you do.
Mommy, I want to go home now. I'm tired. And she just nods. And she heads toward one of the ambulances to get checked out. The doctor that you saved is waiting for over. Now the rest of the team comes walking.
They put a blackout on the media. Can you believe this?
Yeah, we're not full agents yet. I'm not surprised.
This is ridiculous.
Mr. Director and said not get involved with media.
I'll have you know that was some of my best work.
Did you say media? She just said
Yes.
media, didn't she?
Media.
Media. Oh, man.
We'll have our time in this sun spectrum. For now, let's not get too carried away.
Being in sun good. Look like being in sun. It's warm.
Meanwhile,
Anyway,
Electamundo comes over to you guys and says, hey, I'm riding with you. We're headed back.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to get the perfect lighting for an impromptu interview?
I don't
No
know
idea.
anything about interviews. They never interview.
This is a media assassination. It's ridiculous.
Correctamundo is busy climbing up into the back of the vehicle. Come on, let's go.
Get me out of here.
Let's get back. I could definitely use a wing massage.
Yeah, but Bloop needs to go in her tube. As she squeezes her way into the car.
Correctamundo says to you, means anything to you guys? Well, it's kind of a trial by fire. It was supposed to be observation. Things go off the rails anyway, because the bad guys are really unpredictable. So what I can tell you is, you've got a lot of happy people waiting for you back at headquarters. There's probably going to be some genuine agents waiting to shake your hand, because you just passed a trial by fire. And after that debriefing, don't listen to what Mark DeWitt says. He's going to complain and groan about property damage and all these. Don't listen to what he says. It's all over but the presentation. You'll get your agent cards pretty soon. I can almost guarantee it.
Awesome.
No,
Well, the vehicle
Bloop
starts up.
I think we did much damage of property. It was mainly the disgusting
I wouldn't worry about that either. I don't know how much of that DeWitt's going to blame on you guys. He's a stickler for that kind of thing because, somebody's got to pay for it, and taxes, and people's taxes, and all this other stuff.
What's taxes?
He should be happy it was only the cars.
Bloop,
Bloop, I
taxes
can
are.
assure you, you don't want to know what those are.
Taxes are. You make money and you have to pay the government money because they're the government. That's what taxes are.
Bloop,
Well,
how old are you?
Wait a minute. That isn't correct. Correctamundo says that isn't correct. Oh, where that money goes into agencies so that we can do our work.
Being a hero isn't about the money.
So Bloop pay for Bloop?
If you make money, yeah, but I don't know what your secret identity is. No, don't say anything. But if you have that, well, then yeah. You make money from doing an ordinary job, and that money comes to DSA, and you get room and board and get medical care and all that, all testing. Yeah, it's a lot of money. It has to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
He starts looking at you as if he's waiting for.
Yeah, but Bloop just has a bunch of bubbles in her head, and she's trying to process all this information.
So
I poke the side of your head.
it indents
She
slightly.
wobbles like a bobblehead doll.
Touching Bloop
Interesting.
is kind of like if you've I don't know what it's called. It's like touching the side of a Super Ball. It indents when you touch her, and then it goes right back out into shape. Yeah, enjoy that experience.
Bloop on grape soda.
Well, the front screen of this vehicle and says, "Ah, finally, you're in the vehicle," as Mark DeWitt begins to speak again. And he says, "I really wanted to thank you today. You've done a heck of a job. Better than most agents, honestly. You didn't do any property damage that we could tell directly, and you helped save some lives today. You managed to fight to your very last breath, and you took down a serious threat in the deconstruction crew. We'll be questioning them, so we'll handle that end of it. But you will have visitation. Rivet has already requested to see you personally, Gravitas. For what reason, I don't know, but we'll have to clear it after the initial investigation and questioning phase. Do you have any questions for me?
No questions, just a statement. Like, me and Rivet, we had a moment back there. I told him good shot, and he said you guys played fair. And I don't know. I just want to get in the heads of the villain. Why are they doing what they're doing? They could be heroes.
They're
We'll talk to our
villains.
psychological.
Well, Miss Dockley tell Bloop sometimes villains come from growing up circumstances.
I don't know what that means. You'll have to talk to Dr. Tiernan. She's waiting for you back here at base. All I can say for now, as we continue the investigation to determine a full debriefing once you arrive here at base, is good job. A very good job. Better than I could have hoped for. You really risked everything out there, and they could have done serious damage to you had you failed. Honestly, Epsilon arrived late. Don't worry about that. She's going to want to talk to you as well. So, rest up when you get back to base, and don't be surprised if you're in good company really quickly. This is your very first mission, and all sorts of people, mostly guardsmen, but more than a couple of agents are going to talk to you too, give you advice, try to pick you up. Listen to them if the advice sounds good. If it doesn't, well, then you report that to me. And he smirks a little bit, reaches forward, and the connection ends. Correctamundo shakes his head and goes, "That goes a heck of a lot better than it usually does."
You made it sound like he was going to tear into us like he was our parent or something.
He usually does. So you guys must have done a great job.
I'm gonna turn to Bloop and go, so can you fit like into anything? Like any shape or
Yeah,
so if I pulled out a glass, you could fit into the glass.
Bloop thinks so. Yes,
Interesting.
Bloop can get through many good tight spaces.
Does anybody have an empty soda bottle?
Meanwhile, all the way in Portland, Maine, of all places, a white gentleman with white hair with metallic silver streaks through his sides and his sideburns, is watching a TV report. So I guess that's going to be my next target. He walks to the refrigerator, grabs a beer, pops the top off of it, and wipes the dirt and smudge off of his wipe beater. And he walks past a closet, and inside is an iron and silver armored suit. He plumps back down on the couch. He looks at his phone. No messages. He takes another swig. Yeah, screw those guys. As he drowns himself in. And this is where we end Bloop number 0, the origin issue, Through the Glass.